So the Ultimate Plutonium tutorial is the most viewed video on my channel after my previous one that got removed off of YouTube, which is unfortunate. And I realized recently that that video is actually kind of out of date because you have to go to the Wayback Machine and everything. And obviously I am gonna leave a pinned comment on that video to like mention that. I don't know why I didn't sooner, but some people are still gonna need a visual representation of all that. So I'm gonna remake the Ultimate Plutonium tutorial right now. And in that, I don't think it included World at War, because there's 4, or was it Black Ops 1, whatever. There was only 3 games that was shown in that video, and now there's 4 of them. So we're gonna show, and essentially, if you don't know what the Ultimate Plutonium tutorial is, it's essentially I'm gonna go step by step, going through and installing every Plutonium game in here, the entire shebang, to get all of them installed and ready to play. And the chapters will be set in the description, and of course, if you go to fast forward, you can see the chapters of YouTube will be set up, and I'll make them as specific as I can without it being too cluttered. And this might be a long video, so of course skip ahead if need be, and let's get into it. So of course I'm gonna have this stuff linked in the description. I can actually do that, unlike the Warzone tutorial that I just recently put up, because these don't actually have any torrent links on them, so these will be linked in the description. The websites to note is the Plutonium website, the Wayback Machine, Qbit Torrent, and Radman VPN, which is a free VPN, which is recommended when downloading torrents. So they have all of the written instructions and everything here. I'm also probably going to go through some of the common errors and read through them, just so that people can see them. But obviously the Discord for Plutonium will also be linked in the description, so if you have any issues, you can go there and get support. So first we need Plutonium, the complete launcher. So we're going to click Plutonium EXE and we're going to open it up. It'll do its thing and it'll pop up, and then we'll of course be brought to a login screen, in which case we need to go to forum.plutonium.pw/register, which is linked on the Plutonium website or will be linked in the description as well. Here you'll need to register with a username, a password, and do the CAPTCHA and everything. I already have an account, so I can just, sign in. But once of course you're done registering on the forum and you're completely signed in on the forum, you can log into the launcher and it should let you in. Once you're in, for me they all say play. It'll either say play or install. So first we'll go in order of the Plutonium launcher. I guess we'll do Modern Warfare 3 first, which is IW5 multiplayer. Now for Modern Warfare 3, it's going to involve us using Steam. In the Plutonium website, you'll scroll down and you'll see the link to get to the Modern Warfare 3 dedicated server, so you're not stuck finding it. You can just click that and then click Open Steam, and it'll open Steam and install that for you. But if for some reason that doesn't work when you go in to Steam, you want to filter your Steam to Tools, and then you'll scroll down and find Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 dedicated server, and you'll want to install that. You'll also want to click on the settings when it's done, click on or go to Manage, Browse Local Files, and that should take you to where the directory leads to, and you're going to click up here, right click, and copy the address or the path in your files, in which case you can exit out and go back to the Plutonium launcher. Click on Game Settings of MW3 Multiplayer, select the directory, and then click up here, Control V to paste, and then click Select Folder. Oh, sorry, you gotta paste, press Enter, and then Select Folder. I was doing it wrong, my apologies. Then you should be good to play. We'll check it. And yeah, we're here and it works. Go to Server Browser, and then we'll load into one that has players. Go to this bot one to load into Lockdown. We'll just get in and check to see if it's working. Very, very simple. Obviously, some people might have issues or might get error codes or whatever, which we'll run over those in a second. You can see we're in and we were able to run around and do whatever. All right, I just wanted to get a kill, that's all. So this is a common error, the IW5 error, which essentially is that you put in the game path wrong. If you get this, it says that you selected your entire disk rather than the game folder. So don't do because odds are, for me, it was a different drive, but odds are it'll be your C drive. Make sure you actually select the Modern Warfare 3 folder in your directory rather than the entire drive itself. They also mentioned that it'll crash the first time you start a game, as it needs to delete a file, and that's to be expected. So if that happens, just launch again and it won't happen again. So now that that's done, let's get Black Ops 2 installed. So because of the cease and desist stuff, they don't have the torrent file on the Plutonium website anymore, in which case you need to go to Wayback Machine, which is a website where you can view screenshots and view these different websites from its older versions, if that makes sense. So you're essentially just seeing the website as it was in 2021, for example, depending on what year you choose. In which case we need to copy and paste the Plutonium website into Wayback Machine. A lot of people say that they have issues with this and it doesn't work. I don't understand how, because I've done this 3 different times and I've never had an issue. So I don't know what to tell you with that. Go to your random year, click on a random snapshot. If it's not there for some reason, then try a different snapshot. I don't know what to tell you. In which case we can go to download, and then we scroll down to where Black Ops 2 is. And I'm not going to be covering the DLC because I just don't want to. There's written instructions. You can go if you want to install the DLC as well. But the base game will scroll down, and we'll see the torrent file right here. You might think, like, oh, why don't you link the torrent file? If I do that, the link's either going to get removed or the video is going to get taken down. So I'm not doing that. You can manage to get it yourself, respectfully, of course. But that's just to the people that are thinking about going to the comments below and freaking out on me about it. Before we install the torrent, though, you're going to want QBitTorrent, which will also be linked down below the download page, in which case you can click on download QBitTorrent right here. Then it'll take you to this, in which case right here, Windows 64, you click that, and the download will start in 2 seconds, and you can just run that that installer and get that installed. And then there'll also be, you also need a VPN, probably. It's like recommended for you to run a VPN when you're downloading a torrent. So Radman VPN is a free one. I use a different one, but this is a good free one that I've heard about. Or if you have a better VPN, use that. But of course, the downloading this is pretty self-explanatory. So we're going to click on download the torrent file, and it should automatically let us do it. And we got it. We can left click on that, and it's going to pop this up, in which case we want to figure out where we want to install it to. So we're going to click the browse button right here, and we're going to find where we want to install it. Just go to wherever you want it to be installed. It really doesn't matter that much. If you want it to load up quicker, make sure it's installed on an SSD rather than an HDD. So for me, I have a games folder right here, which I'm going to select that because it's going to make its own folder. And I'm going to click OK. So I actually had to switch torrent software because I was having issues with QBitTorrent. If your application like download says that it's stalled, give it a few minutes, and if it doesn't start at all, then you can try switching to uTorrent, which is another free torrenting software. And even I had to sit here and give it a few minutes for uTorrent. It just said connecting to peers for a good little bit. But eventually it started finally, and it's going pretty quick. So just give it some time, and it should work. Or you might not have any issues at all. But, you know, yeah, we're going to let this download, and I will be back when it is done. So when it's done, we're going to right-click, go down to remove and then delete torrent. If you're doing it on QBitTorrent, you'll just click remove and then remove again. You won't have to do anything extra. And then we'll click yes. And then we'll minimize this because we're going to come back to it later. Then in Plutonium, we'll go to the game settings for Black Ops 2, select the directory, and then we'll go to where we installed the game, which I made a games folder in my SSD. And then I will left click on Pluto T6 full game, click select folder, and then it's good. And then we'll click play and test it out. We're here, online. Then we'll do the tilde key. We'll do unlock all. And then we'll go into custom games, and we'll make sure that we have everything. I forgot to do that for MW3, but, you know, unlock all you can do, and now I have everything. Then we'll go into server browser. We'll just get into a game with people and make sure that's working. There's actually quite a few populated ones, but odds are majority of these have bots in them. Never know, though. Plutonium just might be popping today. I'm in. We're on Plaza. We'll go get a kill. Not when my game does that. There we go. We got one. Now we can back out. So, BO2, MW3, done. And then there, of course, can also be the same T6 error where you accidentally selected your entire disk drive rather than the actual folder. So make sure you actually do the folder. So just make sure you choose the right directory. Now we're moving on to World at War. So we want to do literally the same thing. We want to be on plutonium.pw in the Wayback Machine. For World at War, it was pretty, like, it wasn't originally there. It got added over time. So you might have to do a little bit of searching for this one. I don't know exactly what year it got added. Okay, so it's in 2022. Go to 2022. I'm on November 17th, 2022, so you can come and try this one. So we'll come down here and we'll get the torrent file for World at War, Pluto_T4, and we'll open it up. And then, of course, you want to make sure you select your games folder or wherever you want it to install. And we're just going to click OK and wait for it to be done. I wasn't recording for any of that. That's annoying. It's the same thing. You right click on the torrent, go to remove and delete torrent, and then do that. And then you open up the Plutonium Launcher again. You're going to go to World at War, go to game settings, select directory, and then you're going to select in your games folder or wherever you put it, the path that you installed World at War at, and then we can play it and test it. Even though I just did it, I just wasn't recording. Of course, same thing. You can do unlock all with the tilde key. We're going to join a server just so I can show you guys that it works. It's a team deathmatch server on Breach, and you can see that we are in and moving around doing our old thing, in which case that is World at War done. Very, very simple. It's a simple process. Now, the next and last one is Black Ops 1, which wasn't included in the previous Ultimate tutorial because it wasn't out at the time. So we're on the same Wayback Machine capture. It's November 1st, 2022, which has all of them. In which case, we're going to go to the torrent file, download that, and then we're going to open it like normal. I already have it opened, in which case you're just going to let it, download, and then I will be back when it's done. Now that that's done, same thing, same process. Remove and delete torrent. And then that is the last time we're going to need uTorrent. And again, in Plutonium Launcher, we go to T5 multiplayer, game settings, select directory. It'll be easy if you have everything in the same folder, in which case it's T5, bam, then we can play and test to see if it works. This is my favorite client, by the way, or game for the client. Black Ops 1, fantastic. And then same thing, tilde key, unlock all. So now everything will be unlocked. Play, server browser, and then we're just going to test to see if this works. Okay, I had to refresh. If there's no servers there, just refresh. TDM map cycle, has 6 players in it. Ew, WMD? I'm sorry if you like this map, I don't like it. And you can see, we're in. No problems. We're in, people are in. My ping is terrible. Oh my god. That's definitely a bot, but it's okay. And then now, that is done. We are all done. So I hope this video helped you guys in any way. Of course, the Plutonium Discord will be in the description below. If you have any issues that you need to get support for, you can try to comment here to find other people or whatever, see if I can help. But the thing is, responses are so delayed, it's probably more likely and quicker that you'll get an answer if you go to the Discord itself. And because I don't make this client, so I'm limited on what I can answer myself. I have all these installed, so I might start making more videos on them. And if you want to see more Plutonium videos, definitely leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to be notified every time I upload, one of those videos. And of course, I make other COD content like 1.0 plus, where I do dumb shit. I did a shot collar video not that long ago, which you can definitely check out. That'll probably be in the description as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.